Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Here's a headline from the Crypto Basic, which will grind your gears. Forbes brands XRP as good-for-nothing zombie crypto. And this particular article happens to be behind a paywall, and I'm not currently subscribed to Forbes, so can't pull that up for you, although I will share with you a screen grab. But they're ripping on XRP, conflating it with Ripple, pretending that XRP only has one use case because either they don't know or they don't care. And they are ripping on other cryptos, but it's worth pointing out that they were singing a completely different tune less than 2 months ago. This will be a fun one to rip to shreds. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. All right, so there's the headline from today from the Crypto Basic. Here's a headline from March 13th this year, less than 2 months ago. This one's from the Crypto Basic. XRP in Forbes top 10 cryptos to invest in. Well, I'll be a gosh darn, how is it that XRP is terrible? It's a zombie chain right now, but less than 2 months ago, oh, you should invest in this. What in the ever-loving hell is this tripe? My God. It's like the left hand at Forbes doesn't know what the hell the right hand's doing. This is crazy. And here's the actual article from Forbes, 10 best cryptocurrencies to invest in June 2024. And I'll just note, this is the same article. It's even linked from the Crypto Basic article. It's just that it's updated. That's the only reason that it's labeled differently here. So updated May 31st, 2024, same thing. But they were linking directly to that because Forbes, at the time, less than 2 months ago, was saying XRP makes a ton of sense. And they had a number of reasons listed, including the fact that XRP has regulatory clarity and that analysts have favorable expectations about the price action of XRP, so on and so forth. So what gives? What happened here? Well, let's go ahead and run through this new article from the Crypto Basic explaining why XRP is good for nothing and a zombie crypto. And you will quickly see that these folks, they don't know what in the ever-loving hell they're talking about. They don't understand why the market moves the way that it does. They don't understand that the XRP ecosystem is actually rather large, and there are lots of reasons that people and businesses use XRP. They instead are focused on what Ripple is doing specifically with XRP, and even then they're disastrously wrong. Anyway, piece reads as follows. Renowned international magazine Forbes recently published a critical report on XRP and Ripple Labs, describing both entities as good-for-nothing and zombie projects. Notably, the analysis concerned crypto projects with billion-dollar valuations, especially as Bitcoin has ushered in a buoyant market once again. However, it placed XRP and Ripple at the forefront of its examination. Forbes went into Ripple's history, highlighting its ambition to establish a revolutionary global financial benchmark that would facilitate swift and cost-effective money transfers for banks. This vision garnered interest from numerous financial entities keen on trialing Ripple's innovative network. Forbes claimed Ripple's leadership engineered 100 billion XRP tokens and sold $1.4 billion worth to the public to finance their grand ambition. In parallel, the report pointed out the popular expectation that Ripple will surpass SWIFT, which processes $5 trillion in interbank transfers daily. So I will note here, and I was stating this back when I was new to crypto and learning about what Ripple was doing with XRP. My stance was then and still is, XRP itself, in order for Ripple to find success for XRP as a bridge currency with this use case, I understand that there have been some grand statements about replacing SWIFT, this and that. My stance from the beginning is that doesn't even need to happen. In order for XRP to have long-term viability, it just needs to get some percentage of the market. And I wasn't saying that it would or wouldn't happen. It was a bit early to have a high level of confidence, to be honest with you, either way. But we are still heading in that direction, of XRP continuing to cement in its place, because as far as XRP is a bridge currency, and fine, Ripple's not a publicly traded company, so there are things we don't know, but by all accounts available to the public, it's very clear that that use case is expanding. So you can argue, but we thought it was going to be expanding faster. Okay, okay, whatever, fine. We can get into the nitty gritty some other time in a different video. But it is expanding. It is working. It's a real use case. It just is. So replace Swift or not, it's here because it helps businesses and it makes things better and money is saved. Given that's the case, that's a success. And so if you're going to say it's a failure just because you wanted or hoped or believed it would be bigger in the past, well, you're still wrong. It still has that success for that particular use case, and it's expanding. So I'll set that aside. I've gone more in depth in other videos, and I want to stay a little bit more focused here. But anyway, meanwhile, Forbes pundits asserted that more than a decade later, this expectation is far from reality. Let's all pause and note here, though. That doesn't make sense because Ripple didn't even launch XRapid, which then became known as on-demand liquidity, and it's now more broadly known as Ripple Payments. That didn't go live until October of 2018. Ripple didn't know exactly what their approach was going to be in positioning XRP. In fact, in the early days, they were thinking about just taking this approach where XRP was required for their customers. They quickly realized that didn't work. You can't force, especially back then, banks to be or financial institutions to use a cryptocurrency. So they backed off from that. But then they realized, well, wait a minute, if it's a better solution anyway, then just leave it as an option. And if it really is better, then financial institutions and banks will eventually discover that. And that's the approach that they've had since then. And they have had success. They do have all sorts of customers. In fact, I was highlighting in a video just the other day, the CEO of Uphold, Simon McLaughlin. They're NDA, so we can't know all the specifics, but he has publicly stated that there are household names that are financial institutions that are using on-demand liquidity. They are using XRP as a bridge currency. And so I can understand with the NDA, since Uphold, they're an ODL partner. I can understand why they can't release that, of course. But the point is, I don't think he'd be lying about that. And we have seen a number of over the years, a number of businesses who are ODL customers saying, yeah, there's a reason we're using this and it makes sense. So that still is true either way. But if you're talking about more than a decade ago, XRP wasn't even being used for this use case. So it's a bit disingenuous to state that just because XRP existed over a decade, that is how long Ripple has been using XRP as a bridge currency. It's ridiculous. Anyway, a lot of ways you can rip this thing to shreds. Anyway, peace continues. Moreover, they highlighted that after over a decade in existence, Ripple is still only running pilot crypto programs with central banks in places like Georgia and the Republic of Palau. Okay, there we go. Let's move the goalposts. I was here in 2017 when XRapid, using XRP as a bridge currency, was only in pilot mode. And they were saying the critique about Ripple back then. It's only in pilot mode. Is anybody actually using this thing? Well, the answer actually was yes, because even those pilot transactions were real transactions. But as far as the Republic of Palau, you're talking about issuing a token on the XRP ledger, which is separate from this use case anyway. What in the ever-loving hell? And I'm sorry, that separate use case, that's not moving fast enough for you either? My God. Was this the type of critique that we could have expected from these individuals at the advent of the internet? But we don't have Netflix yet. Shut up. Little whiny babies. My God, there are real people actually working in the background. And you're just bitching up a storm, not fully appreciating what's going on here. Anyway, peace continues. Accordingly, they denounced Ripple's inability to fulfill its core objective, going so far as to brand Ripple Labs as a zombie crypto. There you go. The company is a zombie crypto, not XRP. The company is a zombie crypto. Genius level. So everybody clap for the idiots in the back of the room. There we go. And then, of course, never mind that XRP was actually created by, former Bitcoin developers back in the day, including David Schwartz. It's created by Bitcoin developers who really, actually, they didn't know how XRP might be used in the future, but they just wanted to build a better Bitcoin. That is very clear. They have publicly stated as much. And they sure as hell did build a better Bitcoin, if you want to compare it in that way. So as far as what it can do, my God, yes. There's a vibrant ecosystem with people building all sorts of stuff here, and Forbes is just pretending like it doesn't exist. All the progress, NFT functionality, automated market makers, none of this stuff matters apparently, right? Just throw it away. Idiots. Piece continues. The report also highlighted that despite these supposed shortcomings, XRP still boasts a market cap exceeding $36 billion, ranking it the sixth most valuable crypto. Moreover, it noted that XRP remains heavily traded with around $2 billion in daily transactions, though it suggests that such activity is driven by speculation rather than utility. Folks, what do you think is happening in markets in general in crypto? What do you think people are doing with Bitcoin? Are they using it? Or is it just a store of value? Are people using Bitcoin? Almost nobody uses it. So, what are you talking about? And when it comes to investing, it's like, what do you think is happening in the stock market? People are speculating all the damn time. And it's still here. But here, XRP functionally more utility than Bitcoin, but Bitcoin's not the zombie chain. It's not the zombie chain. Oh, okay. Because reasons? Oh, reasons. Got it. Thanks. For nothing. Furthermore, Forbes contended that Swift remains robust and unchallenged by Ripple. It pointed out that Ripple itself is now challenged by more efficient methods for international payments using blockchain technology, such as stablecoins like USDT. Oh, ever-loving help. Folks, I've torn this concept to shreds so many times. Ripple has every incentive to use XRP for a bridge currency, and they use it everywhere that it's allowed. The only corridors not using XRP as a bridge currency touch the United States, and Ripple there is using Tether. Okay, fine, because they have to, though. But there is no other company even trying to build out something where a cryptocurrency is being used as a bridge currency and the end user doesn't even know it. Ripple is the only one even trying to do this. So XRP has that cornered. Or Ripple has that cornered, utilizing XRP, rather, to be more precise. What are you going to do? Do you see the creators of USDT or USDC, are they trying to use those coins as a bridge currency behind the scenes? No, you don't see that. You don't see that at all. They're not trying to do that. So people in crypto like us, we can use whatever coin we want. If you want, you can use Bitcoin. I wouldn't recommend it because it's slow and expensive. But you could use that if you just want to transfer directly to somebody in a different country. You could do it yourself. Knock out the middleman. You could do it with XRP, though. You could use a stablecoin, sure. But the point, that's not what Ripple is doing. Ripple is using XRP as a bridge currency behind the scenes so that the end user doesn't even know it. And so to point out, yeah, but people who are in crypto they can use Tether. Yeah, or any other coin that exists. But the point is, only 4 or 5% of humans are in crypto. You don't have to onboard them utilizing XRP in the background. And Ripple has incentive to exclusively use XRP. They're only not in corridors touching the United States because of the legal stuff that's still going on. They're in the remedies phase of the lawsuit. Duh. But of course they don't know that because they're not insightful. They're just saying stuff. They have no idea what the hell they're talking about. Piece continues. Meanwhile, Ripple and XRP are not the only projects Forbes described as zombies and good for nothing. It extended the characterization to numerous blockchains. Specifically, the publication identified at least 50 blockchain platforms that are currently valued at over $1 billion, among which at least 20 are deemed to be functional zombies. The list included Cardano, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and Stellar Lumens, among others. And Good Morning Crypto shared this screen grab, which I told you I'd share here. So if you want to pause and look at this, feel free. You can see XRPs at the top. So they're ripping on all sorts of stuff. And look, I do think most cryptocurrencies are useless and will go to zero at the end of the day, however long that takes. Ripple is clearly a company that's actually building something. XRP is a cryptocurrency that's clearly been adopted, has a gigantic community, has actual use cases, real developers. It's all trending in the right direction. They seem to not know that they are misleading their readers. And it's unfortunate. You hate to see it, but that's what happened, which is why I happily rip this to shreds today. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.